You want to hear the most beautiful story in the world? This one is true. A man sits on the stairs descending to the Brooklyn-bound queue. His eyes and his clothes are covered in the sort of dust that only comes packaged with $8 wine, and his unconscious face points upwards, mouth agape, as if engaged in some sort of noiseless commune with God. His left hand splays from his body on the staircase, and his right arm is molded as pillow between his head and the angular ground, the inclined Christ. And you can smell his brain, more saturated with liquor than his pants are with urine. And you and I? We're a bit in our cups, but well in our senses, and we're laughing, fucking around, when slightly stumbling legs trot down the staircase, and a bald man with a long face takes his pause next to the sleeping drunk. And he scowls, scratches his bald head, looks around, studies his conviction, then looms over the man, crouching down with a slow, silent intensity and a straight, knobbled finger. He gives old Van Winkle a mighty poke. You are not masking your amusement when you turn to me and say, "He's just as drunk as he is," and I bury my laugh in the collar of my jacket. And now the bald man is shaking him, prodding him with words, and we're chuckling along, a clucking flock of hens and cocks, when a movement quakes through the beast. The fault line of his chest rises. I see the gears click back into place, and man opens his eyes. Shocked and stuttering in the fluorescent, he flutters, surveying his reality. It takes him a few moments to convince himself he is no longer dreaming. He literally looks like a fish out of water, gasping for the dark lagoon of supered sleep. He wonders if he's staying or leaving. I see the struggle condense in his deluded eyes, which are wide open, as if the alcohol could be aired out. His dreams have been vague and confusing, but at least he hadn't been here. The underground is bright and rings with Saturday night voices, and his damp pants must be so cold. Finding no real reason to stay, the man prepares to fold himself back into the black waters, when the bald man with the long face clutches at his shoulder and says, "Just get on the subway and go home, man." Gives a cough and a belch, and quietly stumbles on down the platform. Then, despite eyes that are still clearly not registering everything, and hands that shake on the rail he pulls himself up with, the man stands as still and straight as a board, waiting patiently, and with a destitute sort of dignity, for the Brooklyn-bound queue. You and I, we give it a few moments. Let the images brew in our astonished, intoxicated minds before turning and laughing, the sort of laughter which radiates from the caverns of your gut. And there are tears in my eyes that I cannot attribute neither to joy nor to sadness. Here a man nearly dying has risen the dead. And I cannot tell if this is so very hilarious it is beautiful, or if it is so very beautiful I can do nothing but laugh. And I cannot really tell if I am laughing so hard I am crying, or crying so hard I am laughing. And I've searched a very long time in a great many places. And as far as I can tell, that's it. That miracle of contradiction, that's the meaning of the universe.